Christ was living in the ghetto, the least of the communities of Bethlehem. He lived just like how we were living. You understand? So Christ was amongst the same condition just how we were. The hair on his head were white like wool. You know what's the texture of wool? You know how wool feel? You know an animal that does have wool? A sheep. So which people you know have woolly texture here, feel like wool? That's right, feel your head. That's it right there. So, hey, so this image don't match up, right? To what the Bible says Christ's hair texture is, right? Let's read that again. Read.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
White like wool, woolly like your hair, Nakai. Read.
As white as snow.
As white as snow, Nakai. When our people get old, right? The hair don't turn white. It don't turn white. So Christ's hair was white, like it was white. You understand? It was woolly or white. Does that match up with this man here? This Jesus Christ, white image of Jesus Christ? No. This image here, you hear them stringy, like a dog falling down, right? So it don't match up, right? So let's continue reading the true description of Christ. Read.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
He said Christ's eyes, Nakai, was as flame as fire. Now, when you look at this image here, what's the color of his eyes? Blue. Because the white people, their eyes will naturally be blue, right? So that's straight too. Christ's eyes were red. You understand? And that's not for smoking weed either. You understand? His eyes were red. We're going to show you why his eyes were red. Give me Genesis chapter 49 and verse 10. Okay, Nakai, because we're teaching you something where you could teach your other brother. You got sisters and brothers? We're going to give you a flyer. Give you something. Read.
And his feet.
And his feet. So when you look at Christ's feet, right? John looked at Christ's feet. This is what he saw. Read.
And his feet like unto fine brass.
Christ's feet, the color of his feet was unto like a fine brass. You know the metal brass? You know what color is the brass? The metal? Brown. Brown. So his feet look like yours. Something like that.
That's right.
But look at this one here. Does that match up to the Bible? No. So somebody lying, the church them lying. But not only was it brown, you know. Let me show you what kind of brown it was. It was more than that. Let's show you what color it was really like, more than brown. Read.
And his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace.
Now, if you take brass, right, the same brown, and you burn it in a furnace, what color you gonna come out, Nakai? Black. So, look at this image over here, Nakai. Does that match up with the Bible? No. Right? So, Christ is a what? What color is Christ? A black man.
Right.
Christ look like you, Nakai. Christ is the greatest man that ever walked the planet.
That's right.
And he look like you. You understand? He's a black man. So why we don't know that? You know why we don't know that? Because we've been taught wrong. We were taught by the same people who enslaved us. You know that we went into slavery? We went into slavery. You understand? So this is why we've been taught wrong. But let me show you something. Christ now, you know that when you was a young man, Christ was a young man too. You understand? And he grew up in the same conditions how we grew up. Give me Matthew chapter 2 and verse 1. You understand? Because Christ was a young man, a young black man like you. Back in those times, in the Roman times, today's American times. Read.
The book of Matthew chapter 2 verse 1. Now when Jesus was born in Bethlehem of Judea.
So Jesus was born in a place called Bethlehem, in a province, an area called Judea. Just like today. Today's here is Frederick State, right? And you have Wim, right? So that's the same comparison. So it will be like Judah, the mainland, and Bethlehem is the town, this area he lived in. Drop down to 6. Let me show you the comparison of how Christ, the conditions of how we used to live back then. Read.
The book of Matthew chapter 2 verse 6. And thou Bethlehem, in the land of Judah, art not the least above the princes of Judah?
So now Bethlehem was considered the least of the whole area of Judah. You know what the least mean? The least mean less, right? Meaning, when you look today, right? You got some places in our communities, right?
What club was that at?
Admit that a lot of people don't even realize they.
I've called her. She hasn't responded. I've called her more than a few times.
With the Zulu Nation, I'm like, what the hell is this? I know nobody know what I'm talking about. You'll leave me on the island by myself. I don't know what the hell Bishop's talking about. That's what y'all do. Then after class, yeah, I knew what you were talking about. I just don't want to be caught out there. The hell is this? Get on my damn nerves. So read that again, 31.
Christ was living in the ghetto, the least of the communities of Bethlehem. He lived just like how we were living. You understand? So Christ was amongst the same condition just how you are. You understand? But that don't make that stop you from doing where you are, to be great, because Christ was great towards his people. Who was Christ's people? We're going to show you. Give me Matthew chapter 2, verse 6.
And thou Bethlehem, in the land of Judah, art not the least among the princes of Judah? For out of thee shall come a governor that shall rule my people Israel.
So Christ had a people. He would have been, he was destined to be the governor. Today we have a governor here, but he far better than this governor. He is the governor of a nation of people called Israel. You understand? So he had a people. You understand? So we just showing you that this image you learn. So now you know that that image over there is a true representation of Christ. That image, Christ is a black man. But Christ did tell us that we had to be aware that in this time that his image will be changed. People who are wicked, they don't want to show you the truth. What's your name? Ty? They don't want to show you the truth, but make false image of himself. You understand? So give me the book of Matthew chapter 24 verse 5.
Book of Matthew chapter 24 verse 5. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ.
He said that many people will come in this time saying that they are Christ. When you look at the churches, which church have the most of the people? The churches, they have most of the people, right? Most of the members, Christianity church, right? They're the biggest churches in the world. You understand? What image would they use and say that is Christ? Which image do they use? That one, right? So Christ said many. So that shows you that many people believe that this is the true image of Christ. So what we just show you today, a lot of people don't know. You understand? Read.
For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many.
And a lot of people will be deceived. You know what's the meaning of deceive? They will be tricked. They will be, you understand? Be told lies. They've been deceived. You understand? So this is what we show you. So you now know the true image of Christ. So now you know the true image of Christ. This is what you need to share with your brothers and sisters. You understand? And so forth. You understand? So it's good to know that you came up by and you take heed. So we know that Christ is a black man according to the Bible.
What is the nation? Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is you Nation is you.